Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decades since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're underway from the bank. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
Special teams always play an important role in ball games, and it does right here from the jump. That's going to give the offense terrific field position for this opening drive.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
1 yard gain. Brings up second.
Darnold. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Darnold taking a shot deep here. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, right there. That's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. Jackson Smith and Jigba with a touchdown. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Ravens nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Forward. Ravens to the line now. First and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Well, I imagine that first play woke them up as they get set now for second and long. Lamar's going to keep this one. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. But I think a Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third.
13. Yeah.
Now movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. False start makes this third down and 10.
180! Hey, report! Go right here. Sit up.
They'll air it out on third. Put some heat on this deep ball, left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. He gets it away, and wow, he got under this one. It is driven sky high. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's 4th down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Trying for it, it's Walker. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Here we go.
Working quickly here.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 3. And the Seahawks first down.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Ravens get him. Down he goes. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
A loss of 12 yards. It's 2nd down.
Here's Darnold. This is Cup. That's Cup. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. So 1st down from the 41.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Now Darnold off the play action. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
On 2nd and 10 now. Darnold fires right away, but incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
10 yards to go.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Hits his running back. And he's taken down at the 30. They gain 11 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st. To the air, Milrow. Escapes out to the left. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Seahawks first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
From the red zone now.
First down, Seahawks.
Here's a screen now for Walker. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the gun, Milrow. Brought in. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down. First and goal.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Seahawks pull that in front further. 13-zip.
Ready.
If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Hey, sit up.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Leonard Williams applying the hit there. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
One of the tight ends motioning left. They go play fake with Jackson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Jackson now on 3rd. Look at that power, deep left side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. 4th down, it's Jackson. He's got it to his running back. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
And the Baltimore 1st down.
1st down, here's Lamar. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Lamar off the play fake. Escapes the pocket. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
13. Ready! Ready, shot! Middle.
They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of 1. It's a 15-0 ball game. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Jackson keeping it himself. And he comes through big here, 9 yards, it's 2nd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
4 yards. He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. Chased out to his right. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Read option on 1st down. He's going to keep it. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
180. Get hot. 180. Get hot.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens trim the lead down to 9. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
19 tight. Here we go.
We'll go play action here. It's Milroe. Throw left side, caught by Shaheed. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
This is Walker on second. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Offensive line fast.
70.
A gain of 19 yards. And the
Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he stopped at the 31-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. They'll muster a little down to the 30. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. To throw, here's Milroe. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 on the other side, Brock. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. Milroe from the gun. Completed to his running back. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your eye.
No place to go. Ravens take him down. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
14 on the play. And it's 4th down.
On the go.
And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it.
Cut 19. 70 Timberwolf. 7 back. 70 Timberwolf. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. Let's go.
Trying for it with Milroe. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Could not beat the defender there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Get hot. Get hot. 180. Hey. Get hot.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. We've set it down from 37. On 1st down, Jackson. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Seahawks are going to start out at their own 35.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. It's a design keeper for Milroe. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Milroe. Flushed out of the pocket. He calls his own number again. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. Ravens crowding the passing lanes. They go into the dime for third down. Throw here, third down. He's going deep this time. And it's grabbed inside the 30. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Buffalo 80. Cup 19. Cup 19. 19 Lions. Buffalo 18. Go.
First down throw here from Milroe. On the move, headed right. And that's incomplete. With 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps. Took his shot at 6 that time. So second down coming up.
Mustang Knights, let's go. 60 by 18, 7 Pirates.
Throwing now, Milroe. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie.
Milroe's pass. Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10.
This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. They just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost them. That is a safety. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Play fake, Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it's third down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
They'll throw, third and long. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And they're up against it. Fourth down coming up. And they're going for this. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on fourth down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
36-yard line.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his right. Now here he goes. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Ravens cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him, had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Milrow. Throwing the out route, complete. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on a great shoot for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
And this one is launched downfield. They connect on the deep shot. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks make it a 9-point advantage.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
So now a 2-point try coming from Milrow and the Seahawks.
The Seahawks.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it, so they get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure, and if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Jackson. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. And Mendoza the hurry up here.
16 yards. And the Baltimore 1st down.
Lamar out of the pistol. He loses the football, but it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
I think that's one of those cases, Kate, where this defense wished that ball was round. You know, it's not, and it bounces in funny ways, and unfortunately for the defense there, it bounces the wrong way right out of bounds.
This finds Likely. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. Given 25 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense is set. First and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing block. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
This is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Jackson now on third. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens shrinking the lead some in the third. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
25, Ravens 20. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Shaheed now to return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. They go play action here. It's Milrow. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. They're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Walker on first down. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. A nice little gain on the ground.
From the gun, Milrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up fourth down.
18
It's now fourth down.
Panther 11, Panther 11, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Back to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they bring him down around the 34. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on fourth down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
It's a gain of 6.
Here's Milrow, first and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He tucks it and takes off. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. He's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
19 tight.
Here he is on third and short. It's complete. Play made by Cook. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
give up the gut to Walker. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Offense in a hurry up here. Throwing now off the play action. Buying some time right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. First and goal coming up.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Buying some time left. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incomplete pass, here comes second and goal.
Hey, Crash. 65 cash. 65 cash.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Caught out wide. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Third and goal. They need 3 yards here.
Come on, go.
Milrow from the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's got a 2-score game. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Return starts from the goal line. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. First and 10. Here's Jackson. And he's dropped. They got there for the sack. And that brings us to the end of this third quarter. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Turning to Henry on third. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
First down. Here's Lamar. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens now within 1 score in the fourth.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Lamar on the offense staying out there, Brock. They're trying for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Trying to throw this from the gun. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out.
Seahawks 31, Ravens 26.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Shaheed now to return. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Trying for the deep ball. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Out wide here to come. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43.
It's
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First down.
79 Broncos.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, Milrow. Headed out right. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off. That's Teddy Buchanan.
Not just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down. Lamar now from the gun. Complete to Henry on the check down. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. He'll throw it. Taking a deep shot here. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with first and 10. Got him a good handful there as it brings up second down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Escapes the pocket. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. It's the fifth time they've gotten their first sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on third down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He's back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. So they're left with fourth down here.
Fourth down.
Desperation time here. Rolling left, behind. He's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a fourth-quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate.
And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this fourth quarter. Well, that right there, a very important two-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, it's certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
At their own 23-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Come on.
Drive begins with a Walker run. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. To throw, here's Milrow. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. And that's a good find from the Alabama rookie. And that'll give him a new set of downs. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Seahawks down by only 3. First and 10 from the 43.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Walker now from the gun. And a nice start here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Now to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That's caught. Here's Arroyo. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The right call at the right time, Brock. Give him 9 and a successful conversion on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Handoff to Walker from the gun. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
2nd down. Walker's going to get it again. And a stop is made at the 32, so give him almost enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing now. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Will line up for the 2-point
Jackson throwing for it. Getting out to his left. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete.
Ravens 40, Seahawks 31. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Fields this one at the 3. Showing a little burst so far. And he's all the way up across the 40 before heading out of bounds.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Donald coming back after the pick. That's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. And now they face 2nd down. From the gun, Donald. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that. Every defensive preaches it, but when you could score off those turnovers, points off takeaways, that often leads to huge results for your team.
Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Big gain downfield. Space on the right. He's got room. Into the red zone. Make it to him before he can reach the end zone, Brock. No touchdown on our final play. This game is over. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner Brock Hewitt and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.